whole chicken for dinner tonight. Real easy to do. I'm going to get it prepped so it marinates. Just going to move a few things out of the way. The roasting pan briefly. I'm going to get this chicken prepped for the roasting pan and seasoned with my butter brine. I like to save the packaging for the information and then toss it out at the end of the chicken when it's done. If we rotate this in the oven every 30 minutes, and it comes out golden brown and perfect every time. I take out all the insides and a rinse. We picked this up at our BJ's, which is like a Costco's. It's a bulk store, and you get a lot more chicken for your money. We're a family of 4, and I like to utilize leftovers for around 2 meals on Monday. And we do a lot of chicken soups, stews, and casseroles with leftovers. And I use Pinterest to get my meal ideas. The possibilities are endless on Pinterest. This was not frozen. It was a fresh chicken that we picked up. I'm just going to take out all the insides and make sure there is nothing on the other end here. We're going to give it a rinse. And it's going to go on this side up where the pop-up timer is. Go ahead and put the chicken right onto the roasting pan. Just like that, directly in the center. And always rinse your hands with soap and water after touching chicken. I'm going to grab 1 onion. I'm just going to cut right in half. I'm going to put an onion on either side. You're going to fill the pan up with water to about there. We're going to cover it with butter and season it with black pepper and garlic. And a little bit of dry onion. Grab your cutting board and you're going to cut the onion on either end. Always keeping an eye on your fingers so you don't cut them. Then you're going to peel the first layer off. And if you save your scraps for homemade broth, put that in your bag and pop it into your freezer. And you're going to cut the onion directly in half. We're going to place it on either side of the roasting pan. We're also going to add in 4 celery stalks, and we're going to chop them about 1/2 inch thick. Go ahead and cut that. I always like to use the leafy green parts because that's where all the aroma is. You can add your ends of your celery in with your onion scraps to your vegetable stock when you make that homemade bone broth soup. I'll be doing homemade broth soon because on Mother's Day I'm roasting a whole turkey. I got a 19-pound turkey in the freezer that I want to use that was gifted to me last year. This will go into the bottom of your roasting pan. And the onion on either side. Go ahead and take an onion, drop it on in. And then take your celery and evenly distribute it in your roasting pan. If you like carrots, your family, go ahead, chop them up about 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch thick, thin enough so they will cook in the amount of time the chicken's in the oven. I'm going to add in some water. Then we're going to put the butter around the chicken and season it with some pepper and garlic. And a little bit of dried onion, about 1 teaspoon. Let's go ahead and add in the water. A little over 1 cup. About 1 1/4 cups. Just cold water. And a splash on the chicken. Now we're going to take your butter and we're going to cut it into tablespoons and spread it throughout the chicken. All this is going to act as your baste for your chicken when you baste it every half hour. I like to put some of the butter tucked under the wings there, under the legs. My white meat is as juicy as my dark meat. Comes out perfect every single time. Put some inside the bird here on either end. Make sure it stays there. And then I like to put a little bit on the top. Now we're going to season it with the pepper and the garlic and some oil and the dried onion. Take your olive oil or your cooking oil, about 3 teaspoons all over the bird. I have onion soup mix for the dried onion, or if you just have the regular dried onion spice, you're going to add about a teaspoon. That's all you need. And then you're going to take your black pepper and garlic. This is the black pepper and garlic supreme. It's a combination, but if you have separate, 3 teaspoons each. This bird will come out golden brown and perfect. The meat will be nice and juicy, white or dark, and all of the leftovers will be used the next day, including the entire drippings in the bottom of the pan to make some soup. Every Monday we do round 2 meals to cut down on cost on groceries, and you can save hundreds a month when you do round 2 meals. We have another round 2 meal coming up at the end of next week on a Friday because we're going to do a roast. It's a pork one, and then we're going to have pork slider sandwiches the next day with the leftovers. It's going to be delicious. This is going to go into a 350 degree oven, and every 30 minutes you're going to rotate it until it's done and the timer is popped up. I like to rotate mine because it comes out golden brown all the way around and perfect every single time. And it is fairly simple to do, and we baste every time we rotate. We put it directly into the center of the rack, and this is going to sit on the bottom of my refrigerator shelf, and it's going to marinate until we put it into the oven. And all those ingredients are going to get all combined and delicious, and it's going to be incredible. Whole chicken dinners for a family of 4. This is also a perfect chicken for a larger family. We love to get the bigger ones, and we buy them at the bulk store. Plus, they are much cheaper than the supermarket. I preheated the oven to 350 degrees. The chicken will go in at 2 o'clock, and we'll rotate it every 30 minutes and baste it. Getting the roasting pan out of the oven. He'll be joining me here and there within the video for prepping the whole chicken that we just basted and got it all ready. It's been marinating for about a half hour or so. I went ahead and lowered the rack in the oven too. And we're going to put it directly into the center. It's already been pre-basted, so you don't have to baste it again for a half hour. It's going to turn nice and golden brown and smell amazing in here. Getting ready to put the Bob Evans in today. And that just goes right into the microwave. For how long?
Vent it for 3 minutes, then remove the cover, and then another 3 minutes.
So 6 minutes total. Make sure you vent it, then remove the film, and then 3 minutes. I'm going to take a peek into the oven because the timer popped. And show you what the bird looks like. And as promised, it is a perfect golden brown. Got the platter here. I'm going to have some of these savory Hawaiian rolls. They're so good. And let's give you a close-up of the chicken. Look at how beautiful my bird came out every time. David read on the packaging that you could just put this right into the oven. It is oven safe. And we're going to finish off our rolls that we saved from Easter. And then the gravy is going to go into the microwave, and as well as our snap peas that we got from Bird's Eye. I'll show you everything on the table when it's done. Here's what it looks like on the plate. The gravy is by Great Value. The snap peas are Bird's Eye, and I have it on the chicken. The green beans. I'm going to put a little butter on my roll, and I like to dip my gravy in the roll. It is delicious.